And all right, welcome once again, AllTakesValid, episode 39. As always, I go by Trill Trayy, joined once again with Spence or
Ah,
SP21. So Vic had some prior engagements, he couldn't be here. Had his gender reveal, so shout out to Vic.
it's
My
a
boy's having
boy.
a boy, so congratulations to Vic. So as far as today's episode, it's gonna be a little brief. We're gonna break down the Carson Wentz news. Carson Wentz was just recently traded to the Indianapolis Colts. We're gonna break that down, as well as the NBA AllStar teams were released. So we're gonna break down the rosters, who we think has the better roster, more or less, and then any snubs. There were some, you know, potential questions of somebody got in that they felt somebody else shouldn't got in instead of that person. So we're gonna get into all that. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the first topic, which Carson Wentz was traded to the Indianapolis Colts for a bag of peanuts. Is what it seems like.
I mean,
Um,
if yeah, yeah.
so it's a third this year. Not not
Mhm.
not not too bad. As it stands right now, next year it is a second. Now it
But
is conditional. So if he plays, I believe it is 70% of the snaps and they make the playoffs, that will become a first round pick. So
I thought it was 75.
okay, 75% of the snaps. But nonetheless, the
Yeah,
thing is I think the reason why that was put in there is just simply because of the fact of this is the
last
first year
season.
that Carson Wentz has actually played a full season.
Yeah,
He's kind of injury prone. So I understand the Colts trying to, yeah, we want him, but we're not just gonna give you a first off rip. You
yeah,
got to see if he
yeah.
even, sticks around. Like, is he gonna hold up? Which I think he should because I mean, different O line, different. It's just different team. The Colts have a top 10 O line, top 10 defense. I mean, he's going to a good
Yeah.
situation. But as far as the actual trade, I want to say that. Oh, never mind. The Colts won the trade. It's not a debate. As far as that, the Eagles are on the hook for 38.3 million. Still,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. The Colts definitely won this. It's kind of like low risk, high reward type of situation again because what's a third this year? We can talk about next year what it could potentially be and everything, but
Right.
a third this year if he actually pans out, or is he what you expect him to be? Hook it back up with his former coach, then I mean a third is a steal, and you still have one of the top three as far as cap space to go ahead and
Mhm.
bring in some other pieces. You still have your draft picks this year. I don't see this as a bad thing if it pans out. Now,
Mhm.
some people are saying that it's not going to make a difference. I seen a tweet that said the Colts were quarterback away from Super Bowl, being a Super Bowl contender, and then they said after the trade, the Colts are a quarterback away from being a Super Bowl contender. So it just depends on how you view Carson Wentz. I mean, if you look at all his years, like I said, it's always been injured for the most part. This first year he played a
Mhm.
full year.
Mhm.
Now people could talk about that. What was it, 2017 season where he
It's
was
MVP. Yeah.
third in MVP voting. He was having a good campaign, but if let's erase that season because everybody wants to point at that season. I want to take that season out because right now that's an outlier year. If you look at the rest of his career, that's more or less what he is at this point.
Mhm.
So can he get back to that 2017 production? That's going to be the question. And I kind of feel like if he can't do it in Indy right now with how they're set up, he just can't do it anywhere. But Spence, what are your thoughts?
When I saw the tweet when somebody said, "Oh, the Colts were a quarterback away," and then as the trade happened, they're still a quarterback away. I'm like, Well, he's kind of not lying. I get it though. Here's the thing. People's like, oh man, the Colts won. They got a first round. They got Carson Wentz for like barely nothing. Carson Wentz is back to the coordinator that that can work with him. They can rebuild him. He has a line. He got a running game. He got some receivers that can work. He has defense that can do it. I'm like, yeah, that's great. If we have 2017 wins, if we have 2017 wins, oh no, that's a Super Bowl bound team right there. But 2 years has passed. Well, actually, more than 2 years has passed from that. I don't know. We got the same wins. We don't know if he's still the same wins. Heck, I don't think he knows he's the same wins. I believe that if I know the person like the coordinators and him and I think they all know like when it comes down to it, they're gonna have to really just work on it and just really. It's a lot of rebuilding, and it's not from the team; it's from him. There's a lot of rebuilding from Carson Wentz that they're gonna have to do. They gotta get his confidence up. They gotta get his motor up. They gotta do a lot because how you were one of the quarterbacks, especially since the team paid you all that money to bench you to now trade
Trade
you.
you. They paid you to leave, man. They said
They
just
paid. They said they saw the knife of $33.3 million in dead cap, grabbed it, stabbed it in the leg, and says, "I'm fine." Like that has to do something. That has to do something to your psyche. That they not only a team paid you, but they benched you, and then they trade you. And guess what? They're like $33 million in cap. We'll be all right.
30,
Like
30,
no.
33.8. I think I said it
Oh,
backwards.
it's
Like
for eight. Okay,
I
okay.
said 38.3 million, but it's
But it's
33.8.
33.8. Okay. Yeah, 33.8.
I think
So
even if
it
it
did
was
it did
if it was 38, I think they wanted him gone bad enough that they still would have taken on the cap hit. Just saying for
even even
clarity.
if it right. Even if it was 38 and 33, they're still now the biggest one to take a hit. To
Yeah,
take a
they
hit.
made history as far
History,
as
yeah, to take a hit. And so like
what's
with
crazy
that,
though is Jared Goff had the record
yeah,
before that, and they're
yeah.
from the same class. And
So that tells you so now it really tells you that man, what happened to that class? Now none of the teams that were with their class is now on their same team. They're all gone now. They're all traded.
yeah,
That's crazy. But
I mean, I
that's
think is to me it changes how you look at um quarterbacks per se. Like I feel like with Dallas though, I don't know. It's hard because I feel like with Dallas, I feel like Dallas should have did what Philly and the Rams did, and that was pay Dak early so that you didn't have to go through the whole money dispute. But this is the flip side overpaying a quarterback early that
right.
you pay him
Because now,
early and then you get stuck with him and you don't like him no
right.
more. So it's kind of I
So
don't know
that's
what I don't know what the real right answer is in that situation. Like what do you do as a GM?
okay. So here's the thing. For Jerry, if I'm Jerry Jones and everything, and I look like, see, this is why we didn't pay him all that money. See what Philly did? That's what happened. They paid Philly. Philly played Wentz that money. He didn't pan out. But the thing about Jerry that he has to realize and really be careful, like, oh, see, if he's trying to use Carson Wentz as the example, he really can't. Why? Because you have a defensive end that's making $155 million, which is the highest paid cowboy in history, and only gave you like 5 sacks last season. 5? And he's eating y'all cap like that? No.
Well, yeah,
So
I think the other difference is though the success. Like Dak has kind of been a little more consistent
yeah,
than
he
either of them. Even though Jared Goff played in the Super Bowl, but again, I can take away
after that
that.
shoot
I can
after
take
that
away
Super Bowl
that being
weekend.
his best year. Again, that's the
Right,
outlier year. Great,
right,
he had one. He had that great season. You,
right.
if we exclude that season and we just look at the remainder of his years there, again, that's more or less Like people
of that
want to just lock in on one great
one
season from
seat.
certain people.
Right. No.
It's an average
That's
basically. So it's like you got to look at
right.
reality.
Right. So like with that, it's just that man, it's just I want things to go right for for the Colts because the Colts are a quarterback away from being in the Super Bowl or being in at least the AFC Championship. To be honest with you, do I think Carson Wentz is the answer? I don't know. I don't know which Wentz we're getting. Are we getting this 2017 Wentz that most people it's like, man, yo, Carson Wentz is elite, or we're getting the 2021 who led in turnovers in every category?
Right.
So which one you're getting? And if I'm the Colts GM, they will they're not gonna take risks. If they feel like if Wentz ain't doing it, they'll let him go. No problem.
Right. So
Right.
now
So
I do want to point out this though, just for comparison, just to be fair.
right.
So the Colts O line last season gave up 19 total sacks, 19, and that's what Phillip Rivers, who he's pretty much like a statue back there. He
That
can't move
yeah.
at all. So that's
Right.
pretty impressive.
Right.
Compared to the Eagles O line, they gave up 65 sacks. So
And that's what the guy that moves. So
he's going to like I said,
right,
if he can't
he's going
succeed in this situation, he
right,
just
right.
can't be successful in the NFL at this point because
My thing
all your
right,
excuses are gone now. You were
right.
complaining that he didn't have receivers. You're gonna have receivers.
There's no receivers.
Complaining you didn't have an O line. You got an O
You're
line.
gonna have one. You got one
So
of the
now
best.
D line, that is one thing the Eagles do have or did have. That's probably like their strength. They had the D line, so I'll give them that. But you're going to a younger defense overall. So
To be honest, yeah. I mean, I will give you that too. But I'm like Buckner, Leonard, the young. Like you said, they're young. But I feel like that. I feel like they can still make noise. I mean, they can still make noise on defense.
no, I'm saying
But I no no. But I no.
the Colts were a
I
top
get what
10
you're saying though.
defense last year. So
No,
I'm saying he's
right. But I get what you're saying. The
he's in
line.
a good situation.
Right. I no, but I get what you're saying. I'm saying defensive line. I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying though. But yeah, my thing is, yeah, I'm with you. If he can't really success in this is probably the best situation that he would probably get. This
Yeah.
is probably it.
I mean,
This is it.
I don't think he could have went anywhere else.
Right. I think he
That
and I
wants
hope
him. That wants him too. That's the other
right.
thing. There's a lot of
That
teams that
wants
said they were not even interested in him. So
right. So this is the team that wants you. And if I'm him, I need to take this as serious as possible. I need to be as focused as possible. I need one of the biggest resurgent years that people will talk about because to be honest with you, you're like he's on an Antonio Bryant contract without being Antonio Bryant. Like he has one chance to do this. If he doesn't, he's gonna be a Jag. He's gonna be a Jag or a Jet. Heck, even a Bengal maybe.
no, I don't know, man.
It's his last. I think it's his last chance to be honest with you. Because if not, man, if he bumps this out, there's no other team's gonna want him. Nobody's gonna want him.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody. And this is funny
man,
because
not
a
as
lot.
not as he could get a job as a backup.
I mean, yeah. And let me rephrase that. Nobody wants him as a starter. Let me rephrase that. As a starter. Let me rephrase that. But yeah, man, this is it. Like he has no choice. He has to make this work. And for me, honestly, for like the first year, I'm not looking as you going Super Bowl. Just get the playoffs. If you get not first round, all right, cool.
I'm not even looking at that because I feel like the Colts won 10 games last year with Phillip Rivers, and like I said, where they're at with the cap space, they have all their draft picks. Like the team is going to improve for the most part, right?
Right.
No matter what you do between draft picks, even if you don't go and spend a bunch of your money, but you have money to spend, the team overall is going to get better. You're in a weak division. Texans are in the dumpster right now. The Jaguars, you're going to be trying to put something together. Okay, Trevor Lawrence, that's cool, but year
It's
one, what is he really going to
okay.
come in there and do? So
Uh,
it's you and the Titans again, just like last
okay.
year. You and the Titans, and y'all split
Uh,
last year. So I don't know who's better right now. It's a toss up.
um, it's a toss
I
up.
think Carson Wentz could be better quarterback than Ryan Tannehill. I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't know with that one. I
I'm gonna
really don't
say,
know.
I'm gonna say, I don't care if he. Listen, I don't care what anything says. He's not bad. He's not better than Ryan. I'm not even gonna put you on there.
I
I'm
feel
not
like
gonna
he's
allow you to
more.
say it.
I feel like he's more athletically
He's more.
gifted than,
He's more.
than Ryan
I will.
Tannehill.
I will. I will give you that. I will give you that.
But
I
that,
will
but
give
this is
you
what
that.
I'm looking at. This is what I'm thinking though. If they put Wentz in the similar situation to that of Ryan Tannehill, where they don't ask him to do too much, then people might look at Wentz there. Because think about how people were looking at Ryan Tannehill when we left Miami. They thought he was trash, this and that, and now in the
And
past
I,
2 seasons, they're
and I
looking
keep
at him
telling
like he's a top
airport
15
one.
quarterback in the
Yeah,
league.
league. Yeah, I know. And
So
everybody's like, wow, I didn't know Tannehill was like this. No, I've been told y'all this. It's just that it was one
it was
Adam
your
Gase.
favorite.
You
It
cannot.
was your favorite coordinator
I
in
will leave this
Miami.
call. I will
Ruin
leave
it.
this call, Trey. I will leave this
Adam
call.
Gase.
I
You're an
will
Adam
leave this
Gase guy.
call. Fine.
You
I
should
will
get a
leave this
shirt that
call.
says Adam Gase guy. You,
When you
matter
get
of
a
fact,
straight,
I'll get you one actually.
listen. When I'll get that when you wear a Ravens jersey, probably. Anyways,
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic on that note because I would never let a Ravens anything. I let Vick,
probably.
I let the Ravens fan wear the Steelers stuff. We don't do that. So, anyways,
um,
going on to the next topic.